Hello, everybody. Good morning. I don't have any extra work for you to do today. I'd like to continue with the reading that I assigned on Monday, so please do continue to do that. However, I do have a couple announcements to make. First, please continue with the reading and make sure to participate in the discussions, both French and English. The French discussion has prompts to kind of guide your reflection, and I'd love to see you participate in French and respond to your friends. The English discussion is more for comprehension, and so this is a great spot to ask questions and get them answered by your colleagues. It's also a great spot to kind of remark on what you didn't understand or helpful words that you looked up. If you haven't taken the Unit 4 exam, I think most of you have, please take that. I have finished grading everyone who's taken it. There was an error on my part. I didn't proof it. I proofed it as thoroughly as I could, but I missed a couple questions. So you automatically got points for those. And I've entered the grades in Power School if the grade improved your quarter 3 grade. So again, quarter 4 through VHS, we have to, really stick to no harm, which means any work you do can only improve your quarter 3 grade and semester 2 grade, right? With UW Green Bay, it's a little bit different, and I'll make a point of making a couple slides about this on Friday's class. But with UW Green Bay, we do have to be giving a grade for quarter 4. What that means is I need you to continue with the work. I know that it's tricky and with distance learning, and you may have a lot going on at home right now. So I'm going to be as flexible as I can. I'm going to really try to give you lots of time to complete assignments. I'm not going to be doing late penalties, and most assignments will be just completion. Okay, it'll just be a completion grade. Did you do it? Did you not do it? So that is an important specification to make, is for UW Green Bay, if you want those college credits, I do need to give you a grade for quarter 4. That grade should be an A, right? Just because this is such a weird situation, and I want to be as lenient and just chill basically as possible, knowing that there's so much I don't know about what's going on with you at home right now, and really trying to accommodate for that situation and understand that this is probably really difficult for everybody in different ways. But I do need you to keep showing up, even if it's only once a week. Please do continue with the reading on Classkick. So this is the reading for this week. I'll give you a new reading on Friday to do over the weekend. I'm really enjoying seeing your reflections. I'm really enjoying seeing you highlight and circle and underline. And it's been really, really great to see you do that. Even just comments. Like, one student said, "Oh, I like the stars." Yeah, I really love seeing those annotations. And I really want to encourage you to kind of go wild with them. Trying to think. There was one expression that might throw people off. Je me mettais à sa portée. We can go over that on Friday's class when I go over the reading a little bit. It's kind of an idiomatic expression. So when you look it up, it'll be a little bit different. Then, je me mettais à sa portée. I put myself at their reach. I put myself kind of within reach. And it means kind of I met them halfway, is kind of how I interpret it. But again, we can talk about that more in detail on Friday. The rest, I think people have more or less got by looking up words, and it's really, really great to see y'all looking up these words. And normally we would do a whole part of vocabulary work with this text where we'd go over the vocabulary and I'd have you kind of write down these words in a separate text, like a separate notebook basically. If you want to do that, great. But again, because of the situation, I don't want to impose that extra work on you. Instead, I'll try to really go over the vocabulary, and I'm most concerned with you understanding, right? So I'm not concerned with you building up this really impressive vocabulary list. I'm more concerned with you just kind of understanding the text and maybe coming away with a few extra words or expressions. One thing to draw your attention to is, like many French texts that are a little bit more literary, you're going to see things like this. What this is the passé simple. It's the simple past, and it's strictly written. Okay, it's a tense that is only written. It is not spoken. And what this is je refis. I redid. Refaire. This is the verb refaire. So faire, second time. So the passé simple basically is a literary version of the passé composé. So every time you see something like this, it might throw you off. It might look a little funky, and that's okay. Don't let it scare you too much. If you Google it, usually it'll give you the answer. Google works great as a dictionary for this kind of stuff. But just so you know, it's roughly the equivalent of j'ai refait. I redid. J'ai refait, like the passé composé. So again, sembla, semblait. Cela m'a semblé à 1001. So again, as absurd as that seemed to me, cela m'a semblé. Okay, sembla. It's just using the passé simple. And I'll go over that more a little bit on Friday, I think. But I just want to give you a heads up. Don't let that throw you. It's just the passé simple. It's kind of a weird tense. And again, if we were in class, I would do a whole like side class on it, and not to teach you how to write it, but to teach you how to recognize it and read it. These drawings are really iconic, and I really want to encourage you to just enjoy them. I'm so happy to be able to share them with you in this great format. You know, in a book, you might not see it in color, right? But these are illustrations. These are watercolors by the author, and I really want you to kind of enjoy them. But also, if you're into art, think about, well, what's happening here? You know, what kind of art? What style is this? And what do you think makes it so iconic? Because it is. Okay. And we've got all these little sheep, moutons. And I saw one student really do really clever work with corne. You know, they might have looked up corne, and they did oop, boop, and I thought that was really clever. So really use Classkick. Really make the most of it. Fut, again, passé simple. Okay. All right. And then again, we're not reading this just yet. Final announcement. So again, please do the reading. There is a Classkick update. So please update your iPad. Update the Classkick app. You may have to delete it and reinstall it. You know, I'm getting this message on my end. Hi, Ben. Keep, you know, please install the Classkick update. It is available on self-service. If you're having trouble with this, please do get in touch with me, okay? Because we are using Classkick a lot right now, and it's really important. Otherwise, I will be having YouTube live today from 3 to 4 p.m. as always. Every Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m. I'd love to see you there. If only lurking. You know, maybe you're doing something else in the background, you just got it on in the background or something. You're not asking questions necessarily or joining the chat, but I'd love to see you there. It's really nice for me to see y'all, even if I'm not seeing you. And then also, you never know if somebody asks questions that you might want to hear an answer to. As always, I'm thinking about y'all. I miss y'all. I hope you're taking good care of yourselves as best as you can. And I'll talk to you Friday.